Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by CHON featuring, is it Masego and Lophiile or Lophiile? I'm not sure how to pronounce these features, I've never actually come across them before. And it's Nayhoo or Nayhoo. God, there's a lot of things to pronounce here that I'm not very good at. So anyways, we'll refer to the original article as we usually do, so I hope you enjoy. So going into this brand new album, we've had two excellent singles where the group have just continued upon their signature sound. They have tried to incorporate some electronic elements and some programmed elements, but for me personally, I can't see them ever taking the spotlight away from Mario and Eric in particular. I think this album is going to be more guitar focused. I'm not saying Grow wasn't, but Grow was more of a band effort, I thought, but this time around it does seem to be more of a showcase for Mario and Eric. That's just a preference. I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just a different thing to look at. I also think that this new track has some interesting collaborations on it, so that's why I'm kind of excited for it. So shall we see what I thought of this brand new track? Well, it's a bit of a weird one really, because it is being torn apart by fans right now, and at this current point it seems to be at like a 50-50 divide between who likes and who loathes this song. For me personally, I can totally appreciate and get behind the direction they're going for here. They already have a very flexible sound that has been proven in the past to work with vocals. Also, I know a lot of people are experimenting with hip-hop and prog right now, so it is an emerging trend among a lot of young instrumental bands and instrumentalists themselves. But for me personally, this was poorly executed and way too linear to be a prog track, and too linear to be a hip-hop track as well, in my opinion. Sure, you get these exciting and ever so chilled out progressions in the background, which I did enjoy, but the whole song just feels like it's on a loop, and it doesn't really have any diversity, especially the diversity you'd expect from bands like CHON, and to be honest, it's really underwhelming. Production-wise, there are some very strange decisions that were made here that has led to the mix sounding a bit more passable than that exciting. As I keep saying, CHON have the best clean guitar tones I have ever heard, not just in the biz right now, and the general consensus among many prog fans is that they have the best guitar tones, period. But for them to completely overlook that and numb it down with compression and this terrible EQ seemed like a very brash and very unusual decision as well. Again, I could appreciate them trying to do this and vary their sound, and I think with a little more variation in the progressions and when it comes to the musicality, it could have worked. But for me, the guitars just sounded like very plain pads without a recognizable timbre in sight. The texture was a bit dull because of it. The drums are also incredibly generic, utilizing the very typical 808 kit to a very minimalist value. The vocals are too tampered with, also sounding very much pitch manipulated and a little bit auto-tuned as well. It's a disappointing mix, and it's the first mix I've ever heard from CHON, which I have to call average. When it comes to the musicality of this track, it's a little bit underwhelming really. Yet again, we don't get very many exciting bass lines, which is the one thing I am crying out for when it comes to this new CHON album. I'm really hoping for a funky or catchy bass line. I think the percussion is a little bit dull, and it's actually blasphemic to hear such a simplified sequence coming from the group when it comes to the percussion. I thought the vocal performance was just bang average really, and the collaboration just didn't really make much sense to me. It wasn't utilized at all. I understand the hip-hop elements and that there are some decent melodies and little twiddles here and there, especially in the chorus, which I found fairly catchy, but it's just a bit dull overall. The form is the weakest it's ever been from CHON. The track never really escalates, and despite how chilled out it is, I can't say I found it nearly as catchy as maybe their other albums and their other releases. Lyrically, well, the track is just fine, and again, I must admit that I was expecting a little bit more, but I wasn't expecting pure poetry, but just something a little bit more, and I think the lyrics fit into the sound just fine, so I don't think we need to worry about them all too much, but yeah, they could have been improved. So all in all, I am fully behind CHON developing and going down different routes with their sound. As I said, it's flexible, it's one of the few sounds out there which could be put to any genre out there. I don't think this is a betrayal or anything like that of their original sound at all, since we get enough of it here anyway. We've heard enough of it in the past, and I am not very satisfied with this new sound, admittedly. I think the poor features and the lack of creativity, which is something I never want to say about this group, has led to this song being a bit of a misfire and a bit of a dud, so I have to agree with other people. So I gave it a G rating of 5 out of 10, which is just completely average. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.